questions, you can ask your questions in the chat at any time, or if you'd like to share a testimonial, a story of your success, we'd love to hear it from you. And let me just go ahead and make sure that we are live to YouTube. That's what we want to just get that set up. There we go. All right. Fantastic. That is ready to roll, so we can actually see the screen here. And I don't have my sidekick here. Benet is busy doing things she needs to attend to. So I am going to do this because I want to record what I call the terahertz process. And so I want to record this today as a short video that we can go back and look at just for a quick tutorial on how to do the terahertz process that I've been talking about. Now, we've talked about it in lots of different trainings before in the different videos, but we've never sort of just focused on this more precisely. So I'm going to get right to it. Also, I will take a volunteer. So if somebody wants to volunteer, I'll do a scan on you. I'm going to run some of the terahertz frequencies on you for fun. As I said, Benet's not joining us today, so shout out to her and hoping everything is going okay for her. Now, this is going to be the last terahertz training until probably the end of August. So probably around Labor Day, we'll look at restarting these. So what I wanted to do today is bring you the terahertz process, and also I have a very special deal for you on these 750 watt units. If you ever wanted to get something for a family member, I gotta tunnel out here for a second. If you ever wanted to get something for a family member, or you want to have an extra one on hand, you guys, because this is the last one that we're doing for a few weeks, I wanted to give you a very special deal. And so this is just for those. Oh, I swear this is not cooperating. I wanted to give you a very, very special deal on these. So just pardon my dust as this is not cooperating with me. Okay, there we go. All right, so let me just go ahead and let me share this link for you, and I will answer your questions. Hello to everybody. We'll link this in the description, the YouTube description. What this is our 6.0 terahertz, the 750 watts. I'm going to talk about it today. So listen, there is an unbelievable coupon on this. It's only on this 600 watts. It's $150 off this one. So it's Tera 150. So check that out, you guys. You won't see that again. The reason I'm doing it is it's the last one before we sort of take a break. And so what you could do is you could get this essentially for $97, and you could have a friend use it, loan it out. It's a great unit. We're going to be placing another big order, so I just wanted to offer these up at a great price celebration before we take a break. So essentially $150 off, or $97. So this is good if you wanted to get one that you could have as a loaner, that you could loan out to people, that you could have as an extra one when you're using yours. Maybe it's for the husband or the spouse, the kids, whatever it might be. I wanted you to have that opportunity, so you have to use that coupon on there. We're only going to do that for 24 hours. So it's 24 hours, and it's only not any other terahertz, just this one, the 6.0, which is a fabulous one. It works perfectly great, has all the terahertz technology in it. So if you want to take advantage of it, you have that coupon, you have the link. We'll talk about it again kind of midstream here. All right, so fantastic. All right, there you go. Okay. All right, we may not have time for a volunteer. We'll see how it goes. I do want to make this sort of fast. I'm going to sort of restart everything again. In fact, maybe I could do this by doing it this way. Let me try this again. Okay, this is the terahertz process. So when you want to work with someone, you will want to utilize the terahertz process. What is the terahertz process? This is a way that you can use the Genius in a very efficient way. So we have the terahertz wands, we have a 7.0, we have a 6.0, which is the one we're featuring this evening. We also have the Terahertz Magic Box. They're all great technologies, and we hope you try them all, enjoy them all, especially those who've gotten the the triple play. And we do have a special tonight. You can see the coupon in the description if you're watching this after the fact. All right, so what we're going to do with our terahertz process is we're going to do the lymphatic drainage points. We're going to do the Chinese medicine points. We're going to do the Chinese major meridians. And we're going to use red light when we're using our core box. Tonight, we're just going to use blue light. And it's basically 15 seconds on each point, then that should say rest. So let's look at it. In general, terahertz has been known to increase the alert level, fuel the brain, reduce sickness, strengthen the immune system, reduce toxins, hydrate the body, reinforce healthy weight loss, improve the complexion. We especially see stuff with skin. Now remember, none of these are claims, so these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, and this product is not intended to diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease. But people do rave about their terahertz and all the things that they see happening, especially skin-related things, whether it be rashes or improvement in the appearance of the skin, even healthy regrowth of hair, thickening of hair. All right, this is one of the ways that you can run your terahertz, which would be to use a stand. And that is a regular old blow dryer stand that you can get on Amazon, very easy. So now you can sit in front of your terahertz, you can move around, you could lie down. All you need to do is maneuver your terahertz to the place that you want it and enjoy it. Now let's talk about the terahertz process. What we're going to do is we're going to work on the lymphatic points first. Then we're going to work on specific points. Then we're going to work on the main channels of the body. So it's a little bit out of order, but okay, your lymphatic system. What is your lymphatic system? Your lymphatic system is an amazing system that helps you to clear out metabolic waste. It turns out that your cells are constantly taking in nutrition, and they're also releasing metabolic waste into the extracellular matrix, into the interstitial tissue. And how does that interstitial tissue then be cleansed? How does it become cleared out? It's through our lymphatic drainage system. And there's a lot in the lymphatic drainage system that moves a lot of the immune system, where the body looks at the different fluid and to see if there's any pathogens or bacteria in there. So it's a very, very important system. And what we can do is we can run our terahertz blower over the different parts of the lymphatic system as a way to reduce stagnation and increase the cleansing benefits in the body. So the different points that we would look at with this is under the arms, and we're going to just do 15 seconds. So we do 15 seconds kind of under the arms, right? 15 seconds behind the knees, left knee, right knee. Then we would do the elbow crease, not this part of the elbow, inside the elbow crease. That's where we have a lot of lymphatic stuff. We would do the groin area, right? And also the neck right here. There's a lot of lymphatic fluid here. And this is constantly picking up any dental infections that you have. So if you have dental infections or anything going on, you want a terahertz here, you want a terahertz here. Be careful if you have any implants or any metal. You wanted to avoid those areas because you don't want them to heat up, because the terahertz does heat different areas. You can also do the back of the neck, would be a great place to work. Right around the occiput is a wonderful place to work. So we're pretty much focusing on 15 seconds to the left, 15 seconds to the right on each side. So one side, then the other side. And then you take a little rest. If you do, under the arms, take a 10-second rest. Behind the knees, take a 10-second rest. You do the elbows, you take a 15-second rest. You want to basically left, right, rest, left, right, rest, left, right, rest. What is this doing? It is improving the circulation in the lymphatic system. It's reducing stagnation. And the stagnant energy, the stagnant fluid, is what can cause pain and what can cause people to not feel good. Brain fog, you feel out of it. And I should mention what you do before every single session is you want to get out a handy dandy glass, a nice glass, maybe an 8-ounce glass. You want to fill it with pure water, spring water. And you want to run your terahertz on the top of that glass directly into the water for 15 or 30 seconds. Terahertz your water, drink the water before you start, and then you're going to start lymphatic drainage points. Okay, so we can, see those again, terahertz directly. I say 15 seconds, so 15 seconds to each one. Once we've done, now, if you do this whole process we're describing, you want to do this before you start even working on the area of interest. Because what we're going to do is we're going to set the body up for success. We're clearing the deck. We're clearing everything out so that we can be very focused on working on, the area that we want to reduce pain or whatever it is that we want to achieve. But by working on lymphatic drainage and Chinese medicine first, we're going to be opening up all the channels and we're going to have a much better chance of success. What people notice is when they do our terahertz process, sometimes the knee, the hip, the back isn't even in pain anymore. And so that's an amazing thing. So we want to work at the feet on kidney 1, that's bubbling brook. It's a very wonderful and amazing area in the body to work on. And let's just see what we've got here for questions. Can we do the same with all the devices with the terahertz box with no heat? Yes, you can use heat for this. You can use heat for this. So Blanca, thank you for being part of our class today. You can use heat for everything that we're talking about. There's no reason you need to avoid, unless you're avoiding it for the person you're working on, and then you absolutely can do this without any heat on the cool setting. And that's a great thing to do, because the heat is, it's really great when it's cold out and you're kind of warming up the body. And so that's fantastic. And it does penetrate deeper, but you don't really need the heat to have a positive benefit. It's the terahertz rays themselves, the frequency of the terahertz that is doing a lot. You're just penetrating and sending it more deeply into the body when you're using the heat. So if you cannot use the heat, you can still get great benefit. Okay, so you do the lymphatic drainage. Then we're going to do, now it does say 1 minute on each point. I really want to just say again, 15 seconds is what we've discovered. 15 seconds is all that you need. So it's going to be terahertz. So if this was like my palm was like that little foot, kidney 1 is so important. Kidney 1 is the point. It's the first point on the kidney meridian. It's really where you want to activate that for a lot of vitality. You want to open up the kidney meridian energy. The Chinese medicine masters say you should never ignore kidney 1. You should always be working on it, tapping it, giving it pressure, kind of like doing like a, like this kind of thing, giving it, nice, working on any of the knots, you want to open up the energy. So terahertzing in a circular motion for 15 seconds, this is a great way to open up the kidney energy. Wonderful, wonderful. So we've done all of our lymphatic drainage, wonderful. Now we're working on that kidney energy. After we finish the kidney energy, we're going to work on the palm. So this is called pericardium 8 or Lao Gong, and this is a really powerful place to work on the hand. So we're going to terahertz, right, in that circular motion, just like that. Wonderful. You do it here. You can see the blue light. Boop, 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 boop. All you need is 15 seconds. Oh, I'm going to be feeling awesome. Left and right. See the blue light. Woohoo! Fun times. This is a great way to have a pick-me-up without a cup of coffee. So this is another place where it's a lot of energy. You're doing a major clearing just at this point. Normally you would need to go see an acupuncturist to do this and to get the benefit. Now you can do it right at home, get great benefit, reduce stagnation. The palm is one of the most powerful acupuncture points. So just like that kidney 1, this pericardium 8 is a very powerful point to work with. Okay, Marlene says, if you have amalgams or crowns, where can you use the terahertz and what light, red or blue, if you want to improve your wrinkles? So if you crowns, I don't think matter, like if porcelain crowns, I don't think that's an issue. It's if you have any metal, because the terahertz with the heater, it does heat things up, okay? So you want to be careful. If it's metal, we don't want to heat that up. That's going to be very uncomfortable. So you avoid those areas specifically. But or you could do a short session, or you could just run it on cool. Running it on cool is fine. It's the heat that we're worried about, right? And the terahertz probably does internally heat, but not as much when you're running the warming aspect of the blower. So use common sense, do short sessions. Really 15 or 20 seconds is giving the blast of energy that the body really needs. So what can you do for wrinkles? The blue light is great for wrinkles and skin. And so you can just go like this, do a facial. Let's see. We wouldn't blow it directly into the eyes. And I'm using this on the low setting. So here's the low setting, and then there's the high setting. So now I'm just going to choose the low setting. This is the one that's $150 off tonight. If you go to geniusbiofeedback.com and you put in Tera 150 for the 750 watt unit, just the wand today has a coupon Tera TERA 150. So now what we're going to do is that low one, we're just going to blow my hair here, but you can just do skin under here, anywhere around the face, and you just do it for a short amount of time. If you did a 1 minute or a 2 minute to the entire, up here, over here, under here, over here, and even under here, but this could be the shorter one, especially if you have the amalgams, okay? Okay, fantastic. I'm so glad that people are coming where they have their terahertz device and they're really learning how to use it. That was definitely the goal. My granddaughter used it the other day on her arm, and she said it was aching. The discomfort was gone. She was amazed. Sherry, I absolutely love that. And it's really wonderful. The Genius is more complicated to use. Not everybody can use it. Takes some time, has a learning curve. Anyone can learn how to use a terahertz. You just flip that on button. And I love it. Otherwise she would have taken an aspirin or taken a Tylenol or taken an Advil, and she was able to use her terahertz. And that is so, so cool. I absolutely love it. And I think it's great. And she must think her grandmother is so awesome and so knowledgeable and has so much wisdom. So that's really, really fun. Okay, now we have lung 7. So lung 7, you can kind of find it on yourself. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel that lung 7 because you're going to kind of feel that stickiness of the point and even achiness of that point. You can see it here. So right there, and we're going to take that terahertz and we're going to terahertz on that area. Okay, circular motion for 15 seconds, and we're opening up, improving the immune system. Now it's the middle of summer right now, but we really started this way back in February, March, and we really needed this. We needed the warming of the terahertz, and now if you run this, probably should do it in the summer to build up your energy and to build up your stores and your reserves. And this is going to really help your lungs. It's really going to help respiratory system. It's really going to help immune system. All right. And so I'm sorry, this isn't really showing lung 7 correctly. It's actually on the other side. I have to change this picture. But if you feel a cold coming on, work on lung 7. Let's get past that one. Okay. The next one is kidney 27. Now I know all these say 1 minute, but please change that to 15 seconds. That's really all that you need. So right underneath the collarbone, you can see where this is really nice placement here, sort of at the more medial things that are closer to the middle. We call them medial in medicine. Things that are closer away from the body, we call it lateral over here. So it's almost extremely medial, but moving out, probably in Chinese medicine, they would call it a soon, which is just part of the length of the last part of the thumb is called a soon. So it looks like it's about maybe a half to a 1 soon away from the collarbone, the most medial part of the collarbone. And you can probably find this on yourself because when you find it, you will feel it. This is kidney 27. And it's wonderful if you have a cough and you're feeling really uncomfortable. This will help you to feel a lot better. This will help things to clear up a lot faster. Now we're not just doing acupuncture, we're taking the terahertz and running it over the points. So I run it over the points here, points here. I mean, it's awesome. Everybody should have one of these. You can get $150 off the 6.0 or the 751 today. That means everybody could get one of these and really, really enjoy it. So it also relieves feelings of fear or anxiety, alleviate cough or shortness of breath. And you can see this is what I was talking about, one soon away from that medial part, just a little bit over from there, and you can see where it's located. Kidney 27 is the last point on the kidney meridian, which is interesting because we talked about the first point, which was kidney 1, bubbling brook on the foot. Considered to be the neurological center of the acupuncture circuit. So when you have somebody who has anxiety, jangled nerves, panic attack, you can use this point with lots of wisdom, use it with your terahertz really to chill, help somebody to chill out, help somebody to relax. Use this point to improve overall energy, not energy at the time, and gain a more reliable immune system. Use it before flying, after flying, for jet lag and an immune boost. Did you pack this in your carry-on or in your luggage? Take your terahertz with you, right? It comes, you can just take, be very easy to pack up, right? Because you can do this and get a case for it. And then when you get to your arrival, you can wow all your friends and help them with all of their pain with this wonderful terahertz unit. Okay, bladder 23. So you can see this is at the back there, just sort of above the lower part of the back, sort of right below the kidney, or maybe it's sort of on the kidneys. Let's see. It's a little bit below. So you just reach back. You can probably imagine where that is. You can find your bladder 23. This will help to strengthen the lower back and the knees. So if you need to strengthen the joints, strengthen the knees, strengthen the lower back and the knees, replenish your reserves after being tapped out, and build core energy. Now, this is one where you would need the stand, or you'd need somebody to stand behind you and give you the terahertz to bladder 23. And remember, bladder 23 is paired with the kidney energy. It is extremely important to take good care of your kidney energy. That's your jing. It's your life force. Okay, so after we do those points, right? Oh, bladder 23 also relieves low back pain and fatigue, and it fortifies the digestive organs and the immune system. Chinese medicine is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, then, so what we've done so far is we did 15 seconds, okay? We did 15 seconds on the lymphatic drainage points. We did the elbow crease, we did the back of the knees, we did the groin, we did the neck. We can even do the back of the neck around the occipital area. And we did 15 seconds left and right. Then we want to rest. Now, what do we want to do before we start our Chinese medicine points? Make sure you sip some of that terahertz water. You're going to be draining a lot. You're going to be moving a lot. You want to make sure you're drinking, sipping throughout your session. Okay, that's really going to make your session a lot more successful for reducing pain, but also getting the energy flowing around the body successfully. So many people are experiencing pain and not feeling well because the energy in the body is stuck. And the terahertz is so wonderful that it helps to open up the energy. It can even be blocked emotions, and just getting that light in there is going to help to open up the energy, maybe even open up those emotional blocks. This is why it's so fun, so easy. Just hit the on button and you're working with it. Now, then we're going to work in the two main channels in Chinese medicine, which is the conception vessel and the governing vessel. Now, for governing vessel, you're going to need a friend, or you're going to need one of those handy dandy blow dryer stands to put your terahertz in, or one of the phone stands to put your box in, and then you can, maneuver around so it can work on your back. So the conception vessel, very, very important main meridian that runs down the central part of the body, and so many meridians converge into the conception vessel. And the conception vessel is exactly what it looks like. It's related to the digestive organs. It's related to the hormones. All of those things are very much affected by working on the conception vessel. And all you need to do to work on that is you're just going straight up and down. So this is going to be a straight up and down motion for 15 seconds all the way up to here, right? You can see that conception vessel goes up to here. So working on myself like this, and then all the way down, you can see where CV2 is, and then up again, and then down again, and then up again. And of course, you can work a little to the left and a little to the right and a little to the left and a little to the right. Obviously, the energy is not just right here, but work a little bit here, work a little bit here. And we're going to go up and down sweeps for that, and about 15 seconds, and then we'll rest. And we'll probably do another sweep, 15 seconds, and then rest. Back of the body, the governing vessel is going to also be very, very instrumental on building up reserves in the body, the governing vessel, calming the person down. It's related to the nervous system. And so governing GV20 is very instrumental. If anybody is really stressed out, if you put a needle into governing vessel 20 on the top of the head, you will just super chill them out. So working at the back from here all the way down, sweeps all the way up for 15 seconds. Make sure you continue to sip the water. Now, if you do the terahertz process, the lymphatic drainage points, the Chinese medicine points we talked about, and you can go back and watch this recording to see them all again, the main meridian channels, and then at the end, you're going to drink more of your terahertz water. You will feel amazing. And if you started out with knee pain or hip pain or back pain, you may notice that the pain has already significantly reduced, whereas you haven't even worked on that part of the body yet. You already feel better. So this is our terahertz process. This is the terahertz process. All right, so let's see if you have other questions and see if you have other ideas. Things are okay. Thank you so much. Very good. All right, well, let's talk a little bit about the power of red light. So red light is available in our core box. If you have the core box or you're thinking about getting the core box, it is on the website at geniusbiofeedback.com. It has both red light and blue light, whereas our 6.0 and 7.0 exclusively runs blue light, which we're going to talk about in just a few moments. So red light can help to combat neurological disease, increase fat loss, people appreciate that, fight depression and anxiety, fight hair loss, speed healing from an injury. So red light is fantastic. Let's go ahead and keep moving here. Reverse skin aging, improve and increase collagen, reduce wrinkles, increase the repair of epithelial layers, and speed wound healing. So that's the red light. Do we have anything on the blue light? So the blue light is antimicrobial. So run blue light in order to clear the pathogens. Run this light from the wand or the box around the abdomen for gut infections. Really good for boosting the immune system. Who has bloating? Who do you know who has bloating? Just run this in a circular motion, even maybe moving out from the umbilicus or belly button, right? In a circular motion, moving out and out, almost like in a labyrinth-like motion. So a little spiral, moving out, moving out, moving out, and then just run it over the tummy, and they'll probably notice an improvement in their tummy pain or their bloating in just a couple of sessions. As we said, you can run it around the jaw because this area gets mucked up a lot from drainage, from dental issues. And so if you've noticed that this is getting of course it can be fat infiltration too. That's very obvious, but a lot of this, you can kind of feel it, the puffiness of it. That is because of infection. So anything like the terahertz to work on this jaw is really helpful because you're going to help to drain out and with that blue light, help to clear out any of these infections or lymph nodes that may be building up. You want to just reduce the stagnation in that area. If somebody's holding the terahertz for you, you can also go over the kidneys on the left and the right, and that's good for kidney and urine infections, but you want to be careful, make sure those are treated properly because they can get quite serious. So it's just an idea. You can also tune up the kidneys that way and sort of shine a circular motion around the kidney area, circular motion around the right kidney area. Now, if you don't know where those are, they're sort of in the maybe 3/4 down the back or right around the ribs, sort of 10 through 12, close to the midline, but you can look at anatomical charts online to get a better idea about where they are. Okay, just a couple other things that you can do with the terahertz is you can work on the fibula. So it turns out right here, this fibular head, this is really a key place where a lot of energy builds up. So from walking and what's going on with the knees being out of alignment, whatever it is, if you can find this area on yourself on the outside part of that lower part of the leg, so go to your knee and kind of move your finger outward and then drop down maybe half an inch, and you're going to find that fibular head that's being shown here. You can feel it, and often you're going to feel that it feels kind of achy, right? It might be a little bit of tenderness there is what you're getting. And so a lot of emotions, a lot of energy builds up, and you can really release the ankle and the foot from being tight, and really like release a lot of the fascia by working at the level of the fibula. So if you were massaging there or working there with acupuncture, but you can also take your terahertz and do the circular motion left and right, 15 minutes rest, 15 minutes left, 15 minutes right, rest, and then you're going to feel amazing. This is another great part of the terahertz that we didn't include in the process, but it'd be a wonderful thing to do. Okay, another thing you can do is run the terahertz just over the ankles. So you can both interior and exterior. So those are joints that get, again, locked up for obvious reasons, wrong shoes, walking, misalignment in the back. And so you can take the terahertz around the ankle, inner part of the ankle and the external part of the ankle, left and right. And that's going to feel great too if you have any issues with walking. Now, if you have plantar fasciitis, then what you can do is take that terahertz light and work on the bottom of the foot, because the fasciitis is based on that sort of that fascia that's underneath the foot, and work on that. That gets real tight, and then work on that on a regular basis, and you may have a great solution for anybody who gets that type of foot pain that happens from plantar fasciitis. Okay, we talked about clearing the lymphatic channels already, but this is just a really nice look at the lymphatic channels. So we've got left and right, and we said under the armpits, we said at the elbow creases, we said at the groin area, which would be right around here, and you can see the coming together of that lymphatic chain, how the lymphatic chain kind of converges in those different areas that we've talked about that are important, right? 15 seconds and rest, 15 seconds and rest, and right at the neck. Be careful not to run your terahertz directly over the thyroid, just in case somebody has a goiter. You don't want to release a lot of thyroid hormone, but to the left and to the right would be perfect. And the back of the neck, and I don't know how much lymphatics are right here, but there's a lot of energy going on. There's a lot of nervous system, there's a lot of muscles, there's a lot of emotional connections. So working on the back of the neck can be really, really powerful, right around the occiput. Okay. Now, this isn't necessarily part of the process that we talked about because we wanted the process to be kind of short, but these are additional points that you can work on, and we'll talk about what some of them do. Judan says, I just ordered my terahertz. Hey, that's a pretty good price, $97, $150 off, right? That's over 50% discount. So you're really going to enjoy it. I'm so glad you got it when we're having our 24-hour special. You're going to love it, and get one for a friend, you guys. This is like your sort of a great chance to get it at that price. Just sort of a celebration for all the weeks we've been doing the training. We're going to take a rest, and we're going to be placing a big order. So we're going to allow these to go at a wonderful sales price. I think you'll really be happy with it. Okay, so this one is large intestine 11. Large intestine 11, right around that ankle crease coming out over here. And then you can kind of feel it when you sort of drop down to it. We could all be Chinese medicine practitioners because you can find these on yourself with your intuition. You can find these points on yourself. So this is large intestine 11, helps to clear inflammation from the body, resolves dampness, regulates qi and blood so you feel more calm and also you have more energy, and it helps with constipation. Interestingly enough, working on that point on your arm helps with your bowel because it's on the large intestine meridian, which will run through the body and will connect with the large intestine. Well, there's so many things that you can do with Chinese medicine because Chinese medicine, it recognizes that there are energy fields running all throughout the body, and that these energy fields can be intersected or interrupted or facilitated by working at certain points along the energy lines. And so by doing this, by sort of opening this channel up, by working at that point, you're allowing the flow of chi to improve through that particular meridian. And really, that's what we seek to do with the Genius and, of course, with the terahertz. So by running the terahertz in that circular motion over that point, you're opening up the energy. You're doing sort of an energetic acupuncture session without having to do needles, without having to go to the acupuncturist, without having to leave your home. You get to do these energetic sessions with frequency, which is something similar to what the acupuncturist tries to do with the needles. I absolutely love it. And remember, you could find these points within your Genius and also run these points on the Genius at the same time that you're opening up the energy on your terahertz. So it's absolutely really, really cool. Okay, so another look at that large intestine 11. Okay, so Chu Chi or Q Chi is large intestine 11, which is paired with the lungs. The point is used to relieve pain within the arm, shoulder, or elbow using this acupressure point, large intestine 11. In addition, this point cools heat, we know that's problematic, and alleviates dampness. So you can see that point right there. The earth point of the large intestine meridian is located at the crease of your elbow. Well, it's actually to the side of the crease. It's like to the lateral side of it. To find this point, bend your elbow in a 90-degree angle and place your thumb on the outside of the elbow crease and press. You can see where it is. All right, so let's see if there's any other points on here. Now, a couple of things about blue light. It's been used for acne, depression. They've even used it for MRSA. Isn't that incredible? So this is a real ally to be using for your immune system. Now, in the summertime in the Northern Hemisphere, no one is thinking about their immune system, but probably those people joining us from Australia or New Zealand, it must be quite cold there right now. And so, or the cooler time of the year. But when you're getting ready to prepare your immune system for the cooler weather, you really want to use that blue light. Good for MRSA, good for bacteria and pathogens. Remember, when you have somebody gets sick, cold or flu, you want to use your terahertz. Just do the whole terahertz process for them to help to deal with their immune system. And it's the blue light that's going to do it. So it's perfect. These are some different ways of running the energy. These are some different ideas. They've done this one for hearing loss. So they've worked here. And this little process, I'm going to show it in a moment, says it can be used for hearing loss, decline of memory, Parkinson's disease, or insomnia. And what you're doing is a counterclockwise motion along the back. And then I don't know if you can see below, but there's also some sweeps going to the right and going to the left. And then there's a counterclockwise motion sort of right at the neck area. And then there's a counterclockwise motion at the head. And so that's very interesting. And then there's kind of these sweeps going down. And so this somehow works on hearing loss. Then we have one for diabetes, peripheral neuritis, and varicose veins. And so for this one, you're working in like a counterclockwise at the mid back. And then you sort of see these sweeps going left and right. And then we're moving the energy down and all the way down to the feet. Then there's a beauty session here, but I don't know what's going on. I guess this is just working on the feet, working on the face for the beauty session. Okay, and then we've got some other ones here. This is a sweep down the front of the body. And then you're working, that's interesting. What is this? It's like the liver and the pancreas. So liver and pancreas are kind of around this area. And it says this is session number 10, would be used for tooth pain, facial neuritis, Bell's palsy, and trigeminal neuralgia. Isn't that interesting? So that front of the body going down, and then these little counterclockwise motions to this sort of top part of the abdomen or lower part of the chest. And so then we have this counterclockwise motion here, and then down, down, down the back, and then to the right, sweeps to the right and sweeps to the left, then this lower back area. Oh, that's fascinating. Well, there's a lot of nervous tissue here, right? Because you've got all the spinal nerves coming down into the back. And it says that 11 is used for obesity, menopausal syndrome, spleen deficiency, anorexia, leg cramps. This one is used for prostatitis, gynecological inflammation, meaning like the uterus or ovaries, irregular menstruation, dysmenorrhea, hemorrhoids. Wow, that's fascinating. So you're opening up the energy here, and then you're bringing the energy down. That's fascinating. And then your left and right. I guess this is something we really haven't talked about, is that these left and right sweeps through the mid back into the lower back is something that gets used pretty often with terahertz. Seems to be very effective. Something you can try at home. Okay, we've got another one. This one is left and right sweeps to that area of the body. So they really consider this sort of this lower back area to be really, really important. And then you're sweeping down, and then you're sweeping this counterclockwise. There's a lot of counterclockwise movements here that I haven't really seen before. And this is for psoriasis, shingles, urticaria, vitiligo, and eczema. Then you've got, look at this one, is the eyes. So remember, you close the eyes, and I think you should even like shield the eyes with your hands just to protect them. But then look at this, it's showing counterclockwise motion to the eyes. I think I'm showing around the eyes. And then counterclockwise here in that same area around the upper part of the abdomen. It says this is used for cataracts, dry eyes, glaucoma, and eyesight problems. Wow, has anybody improved their eyesight from running terahertz? Like, not over the eyes directly, you'd have to close them, but if you close them, maybe put your hands over them and then run the terahertz. That's interesting. Now, it wouldn't be that you run it right here, but just to kind of protect the eyes as you're running it above and running it below. You just don't want to shine it in your eye, use common sense. So this one says counterclockwise, and there's counterclockwise to the hands, knees, back of the feet. That's really interesting. I've never tried that. Back of the feet, back of the knees, hands. Well, we've never really worked on the hands except for pericardium 8. This says rheumatism, rheumatoid arthritis, and gout. Okay. All right. So let's see. All right. I want one. Okay. Just ordered. Okay. Fantastic. I love it, you guys. Let's see what we've got. Do you have to worry if someone has had their tubes clamped when you sweep the lower back or abdomen? As I understand, there may be metals involved. Yeah, Marlene, I would be careful. I would ask them if they know if they have metals in, and then you need to use all the precautions for metals. Don't work on that area. Avoid it. Work on other areas. Always err on the side of safety for your client. Okay, let's see if there's anything else on these. That's it. Okay, so let's just go back a couple so we can look at some. Let's go back here, maybe look at the lymphatic points. Okay, so are there any other questions? If not, we're probably going to let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your evening. Are there any other questions? I'm excited for those. Let's go ahead and let's do the coupon one more time so we can talk about that. There is a coupon, and it's good for 24 hours. It's Tera 150, and it's good just on our 6.0. I wonder if I can paste it again. Oh yeah, there we go. Finally, something efficient. Okay, so the 6.0, which is this one, it's a perfectly wonderful, has all the terahertz benefits. There's everything really that you need for the basics. It does have just blue light. It has a little bit less power than your 7.0 and a bit less than your box that you would use for professional uses, or you really like the box for red and blue light. But hey, if you want an extra, a spare, one to lend out, one to take with you when you're traveling, one to give to your husband to use while you're using yours, then you want to get this because it's going to be just $97 for the next 24 hours for our Terahertz 6.0. Get yours. Have one at the ready for someone who comes over to stay, or somebody might be in pain, or somebody got poison ivy, or somebody got sick. They need to boost themselves for the season or whatever it is. You can loan it out, have lots of fun with that. Now we are going to be off for the next few weeks, so come back and watch the videos that we've done in the past. And I'm so excited for you to get started and using your terahertz. You're going to absolutely love it. We find a lot of uses for it, and our family finds a lot of uses for it, and you're going to absolutely love it. I hope the video trainings that we've provided, and please watch them on my channel. Go to YouTube and look up Ariel Policano on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel, get notifications, and you can look at the entire playlist all about our terahertz technology that we've been doing really since January. So we have a whole bunch of videos for you. Thank you everyone who's gotten their terahertz technology through us and continues to support us. And we'll be back around Labor Day. Thanks so much, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you soon.